Hey guys, and welcome back to Life in the 3 and 4.
Recently, we interviewed Linda Stone, a director of an insurance company called MetLife. She shared some inspiring stories and advice about her experiences.
Now, let's get into the phone interview.
What is your name and your occupation?
My name is Linda Stone, and my occupation is a director of global learning and development at MetLife.
Could you go into more specific about what you do on a daily basis?
My job at MetLife entails being an internal consultant responsible for building learning strategies, training solutions, and talent development plans for MetLife business groups and teams. Right now I have 4 client groups. I have Retirement and Income Solutions and MetLife Direct. Those are 2 smaller organizations based in the United States.
That's cool. Also, what about if your job gets you excited to go to work each day?
That's a great question. I do get excited with most aspects of my job. There are things that, I'm less excited about, but what I really like is that I get to work with a variety of businesses and functions, and it's part of understanding their business strategies and figuring out how learning and development can help them achieve their goals. So when you think of learning and development, as an employee, we all need skills and capabilities to do our job successfully. So I like to uncover, working with the businesses, what skills and capabilities are most needed and or what gaps there might be. And then I like to research how to best fill the gaps.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
How did you get the job that you have today? Did you have to surpass certain expectations or limitations to get where you are?
I did. The job I have today, I have had for the past, say, 6 years. I've been in a learning and development function, but it is not my background at all. My background has primarily been in marketing at MetLife. So when I decided I wanted to make a change and get out of marketing and do something different, the first thing I did was network. There was one leader in particular who helped me network, and she gave me some ideas of how to go about it. So I think that my limitation was that I had had no formal training in education, instructional design, adult learning, or learning technology or anything, because my whole background was in marketing. And so I just had to show them that I knew how businesses operated and I knew what skills and capabilities were most important because I had I was sitting in those businesses before. But most importantly, I just really had to commit to learning myself, preparing myself for a new career direction.
In our class right now, we're learning about how to network with people, especially in our business. We have to network with different people to try to get interviews or word out.
Yeah.
So did you ever imagine as a young adult that you would be doing what you're doing in your life today? And do you have any advice?
No, I had no idea that I would be doing what I'm doing today. I never went to college thinking I'm going to work for an insurance company. Never in a million years would I have picked that. But instead, the insurance company offered me a great training ground for a variety of things that I was interested in doing, in marketing and management. And so as far as advice, I would say keep an open mind. Be willing to accept and embrace change even when it's very uncomfortable. And it's not always about moving up the ladder. Sometimes it's better to move over and maybe even down to get new experiences.
That's really cool to know. And is there someone or something that has influenced your life greatly? Was it positive or negative? And how has this shaped you into the person you are today?
I can honestly say that I think it was my parents, because they were always so supportive and encouraging. Helped me feel like really that I could do anything that I set my mind to. There was one manager, I have to say, in my experience which was a very negative person and a negative experience. But he is the one who really influenced me to make a change. And, for that, I'm really grateful. So to this day, I focus on really trying to see the good in everyone and just know that no matter what, you can learn from others and take something away that will benefit you. So I never worry anymore about when I have a new boss or a new team and I might be working for someone who's very different from who I am, or sort of our styles are like oil and water. I never worry about it because I know there's something good there that I'm going to learn from this experience, and I'll be better for it.
That's really inspiring. Also, what would you say was the toughest lesson that you had to learn when you were younger? And do you have any advice about anyone going through the same situation or learning the same lesson?
I'd say one thing that came to mind is as a younger person, I was never a competitive person. I always liked athletics and I liked various activities, music and things, but I never liked being a part of a competition. I never liked the idea that someone's going to have to lose. And yet in the business world, I found that I have to have more drive in order to be successful. I think it's just about striving to be your best all the time and, helping others be successful too.
Mm-hmm. So when you're talking about striving and you're presented with a challenge, is that how you deal with it, like striving? What is your approach to each challenge that comes up?
So when I'm presented with a challenge, I can get very anxious about it. The first thing I like to do is just be quiet and listen, and then I do like to engage with others and get others' perspectives and input.
All right, so is there a cause or charity that you're passionate about or at least have interest in? And if so, what caused you to appreciate that charity?
Yes, I work with Special Olympics, and I like the Special Olympics because I like both working with children and I like athletics. And I found that these athletes are really special people, and the support in this program that they have is really tremendous. So I volunteer regularly for Special Olympics. With regards to children, I also do a program called TutorMate, and TutorMate enables me to do one-on-one tutoring with a 6-year-old child in one of the Chicago public schools. One that I'm going to start doing work for it's called American Corporate Partners. The American Corporate Partners is a nonprofit that helps veterans build post-military careers. So once they're no longer on active duty, they're trying to integrate back into the workplace. This is something where I'll be mentoring a veteran to help him or her be successful as they transition back to work in another type of occupation.
That's really cool how you talk to like different types of people. Like you talk to younger children and help mentor them, and you also help veterans. Another question that we have is, what is a quote or motto that you live by today? Especially like if you would tell this to someone to help mentor them, or just something that you help go throughout the day.
Yes, one that I think about is, it's a quote by Jane Goodall. There's really two from her that I like. One is, what you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. And another quote that she has is, every individual matters. Every individual has a role to play. Every individual makes a difference. So I like that because it inspires how I think about myself, but it also makes me, think about others. So if I'm ever kind of confronted with, why is this person on this project, or why are they on my team? It's, that person will make a difference, and just kind of seeing that is something that's been helpful to me.
Thank you so much for sharing with us. This was really inspiring to hear all of your different inspirations and like what helps you get through the day and all the different things you do for others. That's really inspirational to us.
Good. I'm glad. I wish you the best. Sounds like a really neat idea.
Thank you.
We hope you feel as inspired as we are by Linda's interview.
And don't forget to check out our other social media platforms. All the links will be down below. Thanks. Bye, guys.